Welcome back to Marketing Champions here in Daily Ad Brief. I'm Howard Walpuff, your host. Again, we're talking about marketing with marketing experts from around the country. Today, we're in Quincy, Massachusetts with Blandine Jean-Paul from Be Dynamic Marketing Agency. And Blandine, welcome to our conversation today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, we are glad to have you and excited to hear more about you and the things that you've been doing. But before we get started, why don't you share with us how you got started within the marketing industry?
Oh, well, I went to school to become a reporter. So that was my original goal, was to become a sports reporter. I was a big sports fan. And I ended up luckily getting a job at Madison Square Garden Network doing sales and marketing. And then that led me to a marketing job with the New York Knicks. So I spent 5 seasons with the New York Knicks, running marketing programs, all those half-court shot programs that you see, MetLife, check presentation in the middle of a halftime. I did that for 5 seasons, and I loved being in sports. I took a break, but stayed in marketing. Ended up going to TV Guide for a little while, did 5 years there, learning marketing partnerships. So I was putting marketing ideas together for other advertisers to sponsor on TV Guide's multi-platform space. And then I went back into sports. I went to ESPN for 10 years. Back into sports, again, a love of mine, doing marketing, the ESPY Awards, running events for Super Bowl weekend, planning other marketing partnerships with a lot of different advertisers. And that's when I decided, I wanted to do a bit more. And I went and got my MBA from Northeastern. And that led me, continuing my path at ESPN, 10 years worth. But then I jumped over to the CPG side right after that, and I ended up working for Diageo, and they moved me to Jamaica to work at that spirits and brewery on Red Stripe and some of the other global brands that are in their portfolio, like Smirnoff, Guinness, Johnny Walker. So that's what led me into marketing. It was my passion for communications, led me into marketing.
Well, sports really is a great connector for marketing because it brings different types of people, different types of eyeballs to different situations, and really can help move products for people that utilize sports sponsorships the right way.
Absolutely. And that's what I spent a lot of my time, 15 years, executing sports sponsorships for ESPN and for the New York Knicks. And it really is about leveraging brands. And that's where I fell in love with brands, because I would work with brands and try to help them understand the best ways to market sports, to promote, their whatever it was, whether it was retention, conversion, or what they needed. And then I decided I wanted to get deeper onto the brand side to really get on the inside of why sometimes brands didn't agree to certain projects. And so I could get closer to, what really makes brands tick. And that's how I ended up getting my MBA.
And you're spending a lot of time with brands and branding right now with the clients that you have from Be Dynamic Marketing Agency. So what led you to start your own agency?
It was actually a happenstance. I've been in and out of running my own marketing company for a long time. Even though I've had jobs and I've had great full-time jobs with amazing brands, I've always had this thing to help small, medium enterprises, so SMEs, really grow. And so I was working for Smile Direct Club in Nashville, flying to Nashville every Monday and flying back to Providence every Wednesday and Thursday. And I got exhausted. And I had, some good clients or friends of mine or business friends of mine that lived in Jamaica that had businesses. And they asked me, I said I was contemplating leaving my job. I don't have a job right now. What do I do? And a good friend of mine said, could you come help run my marketing department? And I said, well, I can do it as a consultant. I'm not going to move back to Jamaica because I want my kids. I moved back because my kids are in college and I wanted them to finish their 4 years. But I said I would consult. And that's how my company started. So I started consulting for a company called Hardware and Lumber Limited in Jamaica. They are a franchisee of True Value hardware chains, that they're an international group, and they have 15 locations on the island. And I went in and I revamped their marketing department, put structure in, hired new people, literally set up their entire team, and I loved it. And it was really exciting. But then and it was like what fueled me during the pandemic. So I took this opportunity in August of 2019, and all through the pandemic, I helped them relaunch their website, build e-commerce. Small Jamaican company who's really trying to compete in an environment where, with COVID, they needed to have social media up and running. They needed to have e-commerce. We launched curbside delivery and pickup and things of that nature, and it was amazing. And I did that for 2 years. And I stepped away a little bit from my consulting when I took the job working at the cannabis company, because cannabis is just so intense. Probably one of the most intense places I've ever worked in my career, because it's still, a class Schedule 1 narcotic. So there's a lot of things you can't do as a marketer that you would normally be able to do if you were marketing wine or beer or spirits. So it was really challenging, and I really needed to step away from my consulting for a bit. But then I came back, and now I've picked up 2 new clients very quickly, and I'm back, and Be Dynamic is going to be full steam ahead from now on.
Well, it definitely seems that these 2 clients and those you're going to add in the future definitely are getting a wealth of knowledge and experience for all that you've done in your previous positions and experiences, and this is really leading to some wonderful things moving on to the future. So we really love how much you've shared, and are excited for the things you're going to be building, and very excited that you joined us here today.
Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for having me. Thanks for promoting my business. And I love marketing, and I love the fact that you're featuring marketers. It's really awesome because sometimes people don't realize how much hard work goes into marketing. It really is a lot of strategy and sleepless nights sometimes when things don't go right. So thanks for acknowledging that and giving me a platform to promote my business.
Well, thank you so much for everything. And excuse me, thank you for joining us today. This was really, it's amazing when we get guests who have such a unbelievable wealth of experience and knowledge and the things that they've done with their careers and how they translate now with their clients. So learn more about Be Dynamic Marketing Agency here on Daily Ad Brief, and go out and have a great rest of today. I'll see you next time on Marketing Champions.